Sigmas, have you ever reached a point where someone kept testing your patience, pushing and pushing, until something inside you just snapped? What happens when you push a loyal Sigma male too far? Imagine this. A quiet, dependable man stands by his friends, his family, and his partner. He asks for nothing in return but respect. He's always there. Until one day, he isn't. Someone crossed the line, and suddenly that Sigma is gone. No arguments, no drama, just gone. And when that happens, the world finally realizes what they lost. A loyal Sigma male is like a fortress, strong, impenetrable, and unshaken. But when you push him too far, don't expect a storm. Expect silence, and that silence will be deafening. So, what makes a Sigma male choose this path? Why does he disappear rather than fight back? And more importantly, what does it mean when a loyal Sigma male finally walks away? As Carl Jung once said, silence is not empty, it is full of answers. When a Sigma male turns silent, the world around him starts hearing the truth. Number 1, he withdraws without warning. When a Sigma reaches his limit, he doesn't engage in emotional outbursts or dramatic confrontations. He doesn't beg for understanding or try to prove a point. He simply disappears. No explanations, no warnings, no second chances. This is rooted in what is rare becomes more valuable. When a Sigma walks away, his absence is felt profoundly because people expect reactions, arguments, or at least some closure. But Sigmas don't waste energy on battles that don't serve them. They understand that time and mental space are limited resources, and once someone has repeatedly shown disrespect, there's no need for further discussion. Psychologically, this approach triggers where the lack of response forces the other person to fill in the blanks. People are wired to seek closure, and when they don't get it, they replay events in their minds, wondering what went wrong. This often leads them to regret their actions, realizing too late that a Sigma's presence was a privilege, not a guarantee. Unlike most men who seek validation or closure, Sigmas recognize that sometimes the most powerful statement is no statement at all. Their silence forces others to confront their own actions. The message is clear. If you don't value a Sigma's presence, you'll have to live with his absence. And trust me, that absence speaks louder than any words ever could. Number 2, he deletes you from his mental universe. A Sigma's loyalty isn't given lightly, and that's what makes it so valuable. Unlike most people who attach their loyalty to social expectations or fleeting emotions, a Sigma bases his on. When he commits, whether in friendships or relationships, it's because he truly values the connection. But the moment that loyalty is taken for granted, betrayed, or disrespected, he doesn't engage in emotional theatrics, he simply walks away. This ability comes from a psychological concept that allows individuals to separate their emotions from situations that no longer serve them. Unlike others who struggle with letting go, Sigmas have trained themselves too. It's not about being cold or heartless. It's about efficiency. A Sigma doesn't waste time on people who don't reciprocate his value. When he cuts ties, he doesn't do it impulsively. He does it decisively. He won't block you out of pettiness or engage in endless arguments. In his mind, once trust is broken, the connection is severed. And once he makes that decision, there's no second guessing, no lingering resentment, no reopening the door. You simply in his world. This level of is what makes losing a Sigma so profound. Many don't realize what they had until it's too late. And by then, he's already moved on, completely unaffected. A Sigma's presence is rare, but his absence, it's absolute. Number 3, he stops explaining himself. Sigmas operate on a principle that few people truly understand. They do not explain themselves to those who do not respect them. In a world where most men feel the need to justify their choices, whether in relationships, careers, or personal beliefs, a Sigma sees no point in wasting energy on those who refuse to see his value. This mindset is rooted in, which suggests that high-status individuals do not seek external validation. Unlike most people who feel compelled to explain their every action, a Sigma knows that respect is not something that can be argued for. It is either given freely or not at all. Psychologically, this also plays into, which states that those who invest less energy in seeking approval are often perceived as more valuable. When a Sigma decides to walk away, he does so without fanfare, without anger, and without explaining himself. This confuses and even unsettles people because they expect pushback or justification. Instead, the Sigma leaves them with unanswered questions, forcing them to reflect on their own behavior. People who truly respect and value a Sigma will understand his decisions without needing explanations. Those who demand justification often do so not out of genuine curiosity, but as a means of control. A Sigma refuses to engage in such dynamics. His time is too valuable, his energy too focused. And that quiet confidence, it leaves a lasting impact, because nothing is more powerful than a man who knows his worth and refuses to debate it. Number 4. He channels his energy elsewhere. A Sigma male never stays stuck in the past. While others waste time dwelling on betrayal, heartbreak, or mistreatment, he sees these experiences as fuel for growth. He doesn't chase revenge or beg for closure. He redirects pain into productivity, using setbacks as stepping stones towards something greater. This mindset aligns with the in psychology. People with a fixed mindset see failure as a permanent mark, but those with a growth mindset, like the Sigma, see it as a lesson. Instead of breaking down, he levels up. He pours his energy into self-improvement, whether through fitness, business, skill building, or personal development. There's also a deep psychological impact in the states that people value what they can't have. When a Sigma simply walks away without seeking validation or revenge, those who wronged him start to feel the weight of his absence. They realize they didn't just lose a person, they lost an opportunity to be part of something rare. Meanwhile, the Sigma doesn't wait for recognition. He keeps climbing, keeps evolving, becoming more unshakable with every challenge. This is why his presence is unforgettable. When people finally look back, they don't see the same man they mistreated. They see someone stronger, more successful, and completely out of reach. And by then, it's too late. The Sigma has already moved on to greater things. Number 5. He becomes completely unreachable. When a Sigma male is done, he's truly done. There's no drawn-out drama, no endless explanations, no lingering attachments. Unlike most men who struggle to let go, keeping doors half open out of guilt, attachment, or social pressure, a Sigma understands the power of finality. Once a chapter is closed, it stays closed. This mindset is rooted in the ability to separate oneself emotionally from situations that no longer serve growth. Studies show that people who practice detachment experience higher levels of emotional stability and personal success. A Sigma doesn't let the past weigh him down. He doesn't dwell on what could have been because he operates in the present, always looking forward. This silent departure creates an undeniable impact. By the time someone realizes they've lost him, he's already moved on, physically, emotionally, and mentally. And that's where the paradox lies. The more unreachable he becomes, the more others crave his presence. It's the inaction. What is rare and hard to obtain becomes more valuable. Trying to reconnect with a Sigma is like chasing a shadow. It's impossible. He won't entertain the past because he understands something most don't. Energy spent looking backward is energy wasted. His silence isn't bitterness, it's wisdom, and that's what makes him truly untouchable. Number 6. He lets karma do the talking. A Sigma male understands a fundamental truth. While others scheme and plot, he remains focused on his own growth. This mindset aligns with a principle that allows individuals to let go of negative emotions and move forward without being consumed by resentment. In many cases, those who betray or underestimate a Sigma come to regret it, not because he seeks revenge, but because life itself has a way of balancing the scales. This aligns with the concept of where people often reap what they sow. Studies in psychology suggest that those who dwell on vengeance experience higher stress levels, while those who focus on self-improvement cultivate resilience and success. By refusing to engage in petty conflicts, a Sigma demonstrates emotional intelligence and power. He doesn't chase justice, it finds him. And in the end, his silence speaks louder than any act of retaliation ever could. Number 7. He learns from the experience and becomes even stronger. Every betrayal, disappointment, and challenge only serves to sharpen a Sigma male. Unlike many who dwell on the past or let setbacks define them, A Sigma uses each trial as an opportunity to grow. This resilience is rooted in the concept of a psychological phenomenon where individuals become stronger and more capable after experiencing adversity. Instead of getting bogged down by feelings of resentment or anger, a Sigma male processes his emotions, learns from the experience, and moves forward with greater wisdom. This ability to adapt and evolve makes him even more untouchable. When people test a Sigma, they're not breaking him, they're strengthening him. The more they push, the more he rises. It's this mindset that makes the Sigma male so powerful. He doesn't just survive setbacks, he thrives because of them. This unique approach to life gives him an unmatched level of emotional fortitude and self-sufficiency. Sigmas, remember this. Your loyalty is priceless. Don't waste it on those who don't value it. Know when to walk away and never feel guilty for putting yourself first. If this message resonates with you, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to join our Sigma community. Together, we embrace strength, independence, and self-mastery. Having said this,